Is men's basketball more fun to watch than women's basketball?
A little bit, but only because of the fan atmosphere. Not enough people go to women's basketball games as they do men's.
I asked a few of the players what they think about women's basketball. So, what makes women basketball fun to watch?
I just think how like the women get after it makes it really really fun to watch. We're hustling, we're playing defense. I mean, I think in more women's basketball, it's like more of how well you can play defense more and like it's more of a team oriented. But it's the same for men as well. But just men have are just built different than women. Women have to like give more. Men are just like you have this tall person here, you have this tall person here, so they have a bunch of bodies. I'm like women, not all women are not made as tall as all these men out here. So I mean, it's fun to watch. I mean, just to see girls get after it and just have fun and just work as well as men do on the floor is kind of fun to watch.
Do you think you can shoot just as well as any of the men's basketball players?
I think so. It might be different mechanics, but just as accurate, if not more.
I then asked a few fellow students what they think about men's basketball versus women's basketball. How do you feel about the women getting an average of $70,000 per year in the WNBA and men getting well over $5 million per year?
I think it's because the NBA brings in a lot more money through apparel and ticket sales, but I think they could get paid more.
Do you think it's fair?
Yes, I do.
This is Memorial Coliseum. It will hold a capacity of 10,000 fans. What do you think of the women's team playing in a gym of 10,000 people at Memorial Coliseum than the guys playing in a gym of 23,600 at Rupp Arena? Do you think that's fair?
I think the amount of people that come to our games, they fill at Memorial, so it makes it feel more crowded. I put on a team last year, a different team that we shared with the men's and no one come to our games and it was empty. So I think that it's a good thing that we play at Memorial, and then our big games, they let us play at Rupp, so we sell that out.
Appreciate it. Will you attend more women's or men's basketball games here at your time at UK?
I'll probably attend more men's basketball games, but I'm definitely going to try to go to some women games for sure.
Why will you attend more men's games than women's?
I think they're more exciting. Women's basketball hasn't really always been that exciting. I don't know. I guess never really thought about it that way.
Why is it the case, you think?
Because that's how society is. And ESPN, they just don't make it that important. If ESPN made women's basketball important, I think more people would watch it.
Did you know that the women's team have 17 national TV appearances this year? But is that still enough when the guys have all 31 regular season games?
I think so. I don't think they're getting any more or any less than any other women's basketball team.
So would you say, being a part of the women's basketball team, you practice just as many hours a week as, let's say, the men's basketball players?
Yeah, I think we do. Women and men basketball, there's not so much that you can really say about. We play as much as men do. Men just have a different caliber than women do, but I think we practice the same amount of times, we play the same amount of times. We just all give a different attribute of when we're playing on the floor, and everyone has a different athleticism to their game. In the end, women do not get as much recognition in many sports, just like basketball, but they put just as many hours in, they work just as hard, and they have just as many fundamental assets to the game as the men's basketball team does. Hope you enjoyed this documentary.